Dream team. Myself.
Hey, can I play some serious poker?
All Star
Also,
team.
Florian did not manage, so you did well.
Jack.
Florian hasn't risen yet.
Seriously?
You
Jack.
did well. Florian did not. Yeah.
I heard that some bad people have
I
a
don't-
party here.
I
Yeah.
don't-
That's why they're sleeping there. Look at it.
He's actually asleep, right? Or is he actually right? There was a party last night. I heard that.
Yeah.
Nên vài nhỏ quá.
That's why nobody could sleep. Yeah, Bjorn was probably.
Yeah.
Some late night thinking, or what was the problem?
Okay, there's Nancy here. It's not me on camera.
What are we playing now?
Rubber Bucker.
What kind of poker is this?
Texas.
How do you play that thing?
Yes, absolutely.
How do you play it?
We have two.
Do we sell it after and then we take 3 from that to go
First view.
So congratulations.
And you need to check the combination file.
You can
He's going to also win the Radiohead.
So you take the best of 5 players.
What was Radiohead's last studio album?
3 from this to form 5.
Yeah.
5 stronger.
Moonshaped Group.
Yeah. And at first they're like this. So if one more card is gradually renewed.
Yeah, I know this. But
Raise,
this
raise, raise.
I don't understand this kind of how we.
For every card, come out we raise.
Can I see one?
Yeah. Okay. We start
What's the name of the bass player?
from the start.
I never played it. I played poker pretty much the same way.
Ready?
I don't know how close.
Oh, that's poker.
Yeah, that's faster. This one is a little bit slow.
I don't know. We learned like that.
Very,
So how's this one go? Texas Hold'em? I care about it more and more, especially young people now play it.
Yeah, I think this is what you play in the casino.
But also we have these poker nights, you know, like in group. So
no, it's
we use
it's very good.
Any version.
It's not like
You can be a dealer.
No, like a mark.
so
no, there's also confirmation.
why is it so popular now?
Neighbors with salmon and grape juice.
Now hold the raise first.
Like we registered.
you.
Highest deal.
No, I've got a sticker.
So just a second. So you first deal us.
Let's see how
Not
we
dealer,
go.
but the one who
have
has
to
to
raise
start
the
the
wire.
round.
Right, you put a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Only 2 leader, I guess. 2 out of
No,
100.
let's see how it goes. Let's
Okay,
see.
so you.
So do we have to put chips?
How's it
before?
going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
next to
Next
the
time we
dealer.
get 2 coffee machines.
Yes.
Why do you say you dealer but you don't hold the cards?
Next time you will get a budget for an extra
Is that the
espresso
correct
machine.
one?
bring one.
But I may decide not to raise anything.
No.
You have to do this next to that.
Ah, yeah, then I have to say. Okay.
Yeah. 2 people.
So next time you bring a grand piano.
Ah, see.
Electric piano.
Grand piano.
I
Electric piano.
I need an EX90.
Yeah. So the next time I will come earlier and rent a car.
Yes, we're all here.
We take a couple of ones.
Get the card.
It's still going to be
Decide.
different.
Decide to raise, check, or draw. Oh, me, I have to.
Based on 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yes, and
So
you
if you
can.
have a pair and ace.
They try to guess if you can put something with the next 3 out of 5. Try to guess.
I'll find what they said.
Check.
So you know.
And you call 1. Okay, well,
Okay.
you want to check?
You check?
Let me check.
Check it, just keep this.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, keep this. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. This is funny.
Across the bar.
The other one is simpler.
So you try to see if you have a car, if you have something based on two of these.
Three of these.
I would even be surprised if
But
the,
it's still,
if the,
five
if the
cards.
number of
Yeah, five
items
cards.
Vegas orange will or the extended artistry.
And then another carton.
How many more cards are gonna
Two.
come?
So overnight might also be delayed.
That's too big.
Okay,
The storm is set to bring heavy rain and strong winds to all counties. Very strong and gusty northwest winds. They said his monster and
I call
That's
it
where we are. Fallen trees, damage to power lines, difficult traffic conditions, damage to temporary structures, and waves of blasting dust.
This is not
Still
good.
waiting. That's a big one.
The first.
check.
This is really not good.
Motorists are advised to slow
Ah.
down.
Right.
Radar braking distance of 2,000 feet. They should choose another route if the road is slow.
The first round.
Cyclists, please take care.
Okay.
Cyclist. Right.
It's more hand.
Do not travel unless necessary. Do not go on journeys you don't have to take.
So what do we do first?
That's another way to say it.
You
Have to write some
Race.
Oh, very big hand.
Take great care.
Okay.
You saw your card first.
No, don't share for it.
You show what you have.
Don't share for it. Aaron's one that's up.
So Stefan will be here. Oh, five. You have to cut two.
5.
Oh, that's strange.
You win,
Yeah,
yay.
all the money.
You want to get the
Money! I like money.
So Stefan, no flights to Schiphol. For the bad weather.
Probably a bit early.
No flights to Schiphol
Yeah,
for
we
the bad
plan
weather.
to
No.
at 5.
Yeah.
I think that's a wise.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I said there was a Dutch airport that cancelled on the flights. I don't know what
Ah,
that
my bagel.
How about tomorrow?
Probably.
It would probably be Schiphol, right?
Are you gonna have salmon?
Yes, but I need to play.
Oh.
I have to realize this is only after I
Yeah,
not bagel in my hand.
They cancelled.
Today, tomorrow it might be better.
He wants to see my reaction.
Someday will be better.
No, he's just, because it's not his recipe.
I messed up majorly with booking some flights, pickup flights
Okay.
around New Year and afterwards. Prices are. What happened with the flights? You know, generally they're not normal. And now it just looks insane.
So,
No, Japan. Japan is kind of cheap as compared to short European flights. Like in Europe, like it's family. It's like, you don't want to see them.
The last time I'm
But
cooking
I'm
anything.
right now that's probably really normal.
Until the castle
Like,
too.
like,
You have to start.
the real value of flights is probably way higher than that.
Yeah.
Because of course, good price of pollution than
Okay.
flights would be more expensive.
His face of disappointment.
In more cases than not, it's just some greenwashing. The only green thing in all of these initiatives is the money. The only green is this.
It's the money.
No, but I mean,
Is it for K-berries?
you know who was talking about? This was very funny. The resident of branch organization for travelers and holidays and so on and so on, tour operators and so on. So the dude said, yeah, that the landscape has changed significantly and the behavior of consumers changed significantly. So in the past they didn't pay the prices. You know? Just in his farewell speech, what he says now. Apparently, we realized, especially after COVID, that whatever we set as a price, people are going to pay it. And we set whatever as a price, pretty much. I'm trying to summarize.
So much pressure. So
There are
much
some
pressure.
reasons for it, because it's kind of less and less possible to make this big business by expensive cars. They don't care. So these kind of smaller gratifications are not experiences, more important. So apparently, the fellow says, what he says, pretty much whatever we set as a price, people are going to pay. So we just set the price.
It actually is very nice.
Yes.
papers.
So, we were forced to use that one to get
1 unit.
For many months.
1 unit each.
It was made
I'm reading viewer, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Indivisible.
1 unit of papers, 1 unit of sand, 1 unit of cream cheese, 1 unit of cheese.
Who's now?
Because I didn't
What do you want?
Who's now?
Yes, well, just have
Very well.
You go one.
Yeah,
It was a time that's right. Because, you know, first it was revealed that they're shallow. And then you lose some shallow. And then it was revealed
no,
You did well.
was kind of
Actually,
First I only used half of the top of cream cheese, and I thought, what are we going to do with half of the top of cream cheese?
Okay.
This is really appropriate food making. Finish your stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
We are trying to do.
Like Grant's, like the gala dinner yesterday. with
I
the
see your
pineapple,
last
what we
video.
had in the fridge.
No, you see on the data. Yeah. It's yesterday.
Ah, yeah, not yesterday.
Grant is not that-
Today is half.
Today, not yesterday.
Better than me.
Because
you're too tall.
You have not-
I saw your video that you were cooking, and I was like, wow, this one feels like to be tall. It looks to me like it was a camera from a flying drone.
Oh, okay.
It's not that much. But the things I've
So,
actually
but,
seen
so
are
that means
actually still
that was not
edible,
totally
whereas the things
disaster.
that were just happening.
Yeah, that's not all.
Just no sound.
It's just about 1 or 2 videos of time lapse. Just remove them.
Considered
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a biohazard at this point.
So for anybody else.
Or maybe
who's
we
gonna
just
run
kind of
a
keep them
house in
for
the future,
fun.
what do you recommend they buy this week?
I would recommend that they consider not only what foods they eat,
Who's the
but
first
also
We can raise more
what order
money.
they should schedule the recipes
Uh-huh.
in order to make sure that the things that had a chance to go bad are
Experimental food buying. Yeah.
No.
Because you're basically otherwise you have to get numbers for everything. And then there's
Yeah. Also, I would recommend for
that it's
not just packaging by summation or a shopping list, but have a sense of
I think
what the installation stuff is actually.
figure out
So
how much
ingredients could be
people were interacting with
And-
food, how much
and-
people were talking about it, and how much people were having making discussions about the food.
The first recipe was part of that stuff. And then the second recipe is like I'm wondering.
If I had a 10, I would go all in.
We never tried this before.
Right. So if you have some smaller bits, they need some all the ingredients for one.
Put the
You
money
use
in.
that and then
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly, okay.
Then that's one of the this one.
You have to put one in the
Hey, but this is
But I
not
think the incremental buying
We have more time to raise.
they do the same.
More thinking,
Yeah.
We have to But we know what may happen in the business because we have
Get a
fun
little bit
time.
less.
You know what may happen in full house.
Yeah, you kind of guess what urges happen.
Yeah. So now, you know.
do that also in a normal.
There's what, very
Not
little
the rice
so much, and
Yeah.
that's what people consider not enough.
Loose cut, you know.
Christmas pudding, like 2 4-liter cans with bottles of milk in the last day.
Also, there are people who are young at heart. They go for business.
Oh,
Yes, well, the
bowl, right?
Belgian chocolate something or other. chocolate
pudding.
sponge pudding.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we
Also
have.
sounds nice, but I wouldn't put this one on fire.
Ooh, so that's on top.
We put this one on fire.
No way.
Gold dust included. This is where the budget went.
I only get to the best. Gold does the best.
So what does it mean? I have to.
No, you don't have to. Yeah, you have to start. Right?
It's still.
Gold is gold.
Need a mark.
To microwave, to steam.
I guess people
So I am.
small.
Oh, you don't want to try?
So like in the set there would be something called like small bit,
No, sir.
large bit,
Small.
good, small, and
No, wait a
big.
second. What does octopus mean?
It's just a marker where the position, like where the round should start.
Totally. Round should start in what sense?
It's like in this round, he has the option when he sees the car, just not putting it at all, not putting in the money at all. Yeah.
But we go this side.
There we go.
No, wait a second. Why is it
Because, so if you're here, then Bảo and I always have to put money in. This is why having black cards, they are always so good.
I think that's what I can do.
You do.
Okay.
And then you have
I'm just
You can raise some costs.
so chopper used to come in house slow.
Okay.
Check. Really?
So you get one of those. The gold suspend it over. Over the bowl. Drench the sugar cones in rum. Usually we use the bigger brother of stuffed cow's broth.
Was that 60%?
Yes, that was 60%.
But you can get an 80%, right?
There's an 80%, which is not intended for drinking cure.
And it's not such a good
And it's not sold as
private person. Yeah,
for non-commercial use.
See blood.
And then you essentially ethanol.
Yeah.
So now this one goes here.
You ladle
You good?
That sounds good.
Is that can?
I'm still not sure I understand fully, but
60% wrong.
And then so now I have to put money in.
You lose the money you can.
You heat it.
In the microwave.
Gently heat.
No.
Microwave. Throw it on.
No. No, because you really don't want it to boil. It should not boil because then you lose the alcohol.
Yeah.
It should just be heated gently. Probably.
Same thing with glühwein, right? If you want to make glühwein virgin, you
Are
just
you in on that?
What's the evaporation temperature of alcohol?
Alcohol and water form an isotrope, so it's actually kind of difficult to not get to the point, but if you keep it about 80 degrees C, you definitely get rid of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So really don't want that. Water catches fire for
That is, it is possible. You need to heat it down.
Yeah, go. I thought you were gonna raise that.
Yes, the cake does not set fully on fire.
so this is
No, just wait.
so
You raise.
you need to erase
No.
it.
And then you like them.
Five.
Raise 3 more.
No. It's not possible.
Order of operations is important.
Yes.
We should start soaking the pudding anyway.
Yes. The pudding is soaked. It's not just a surface. It's not just a surface fire.
This is not expensive pudding. This does not have a.
Let's go.
Go, Tim.
I'm right.
I'm sorry, Luca.
May I remind you to this is so right.
All in.
You may not. Look at. You may not.
Oh.
In this case.
That is high.
This one too bad.
Thank you.
Given the weather outside, yes, I would definitely look at drying outside. I agree.
The blue one is.
No.
See. Which has some of these leaves.
If we want to get some example of takes,
Oh, well, definitely gonna set that aside.
but not too much, yeah.
For really short time, right? So- I would hope so. No, I mean, we know where the breaker is, so it's okay. We found the only made a breaker.
Come on, here, if I was there, it would be okay.
No, look, I've been doing.
We need to get the smoke down to this level before it goes in there. That's all.
I know.
I can make things
And what to make.
I honestly thought. Let's say that.
Especially with the amount of volume that is left in the container.
Half of the volume is not used.
Yes.
So suck it in.
I can assure you, this is not how that works.
Japan. Careful.
He was very bossy with the pyramids.
For its size,
Texas. Oh, interesting.
This is what putting
Yeah.
pure leather. Yes.
Let's go.
now, so we have a lot of gems encrusted here. Is it good quality?
The Davis James.
Yes, that's
Oh, sorry, sir.
sorry.
Oh, it's not my car.
Nine on.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, this is great.
Also, for some reason, people in this country do not know how to do foil sealing.
We have to cut them off.
Then why does it have a tape? It has, because the factory makes it with tabs on.
Love.
Yeah, now it doesn't have one anymore.
Well,
See,
I'm
it's,
just
I
like
fixed it for
counting
you.
with
Okay. Oh, look at this. Are you gonna put some cheese in the middle as well?
Yeah.
All the cheese. This is a selection of fine cheeses to put in.
It does look great.
I have to change the money. Just
Or rather, it looks like
I want to see what she does.
How'd you get it?
Good try.
Before we put it on to it, we just have to put this open and put whiskey on top of that.
This one. What? Okay. I thought you raised.
Do we have a bottle?
Okay.
Just cut a hole in there.
Surely we don't want to lose any of the good shape.
No, I mean,
Oh,
you
you're right.
decide,
You're right.
raise, call, or.
Ah, so we have multiple rounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Now to check.
Then
Nothing.
Nothing.
Ace.
I can show you
Ace.
how.
An
Wow.
ace.
I have two pairs.
Oh.
Yes, coming back with like in half a day and
this one
being
we can
like.
do multiple rounds.
Yeah. So when the card is revealed, you do one more round.
One more round.
Yeah.
No, wait a second, but how many times can you do?
So every time a card is reviewed. So even on the last one.
Okay. This is a good game.
So what is with this one?
It's just a marking, so the round will start from him.
So this one is more of this kind of.
No, play poker here.
Which rules you play?
Texas.
Everyone.
Texas Hold'em.
Merton.
Orange roots. Orange buffoon roots.
Who's winning?
Oh, what is this?
Oh, sorry.
I think
It looks like nobody's
Oh, no,
actually
he's
winning.
No.
She's not even playing.
So have you decided structurally
It can be eaten, right?
good enough to be decorated? The word escapes me.
We have decorations for it. yes.
No?
Oh,
It can be decorated.
I can already see the fence. Oh no, wait, that's
Yes.
just
Look.
Thomas.
Apparently nobody was taking care of the airplane.
But they're apparently.
The one that was being built
Uh-huh.
with the working propellers that are no longer attached.
I think camera limited it.
Oh.
wow.
See? There were once propellers and wings on that plane.
Oh.
Good.
Okay. Well.
All these pictures have to be kept because they're going to be handed out as prizes at the challenge.
Now they go into the
Very
gallery.
valuable, right?
But you
Don't
make them of
forget the
exhibition.
pictures on the fridge.
Yes. They'll be taken down.
Very
I heated
valuable.
game of poker. Players are angry.
See the
They
name?
play the proper poker.
Stefan's
Okay, show your card.
Yeah, they said you
Yeah,
won.
yeah,
Won.
yeah.
Those are above.
I'm not even.
Exactly, you're still winning.
I fail, I fail.
We're gonna let them
I fail.
join.
Easy money.
Okay, we are the team for the quiz later. No, you're
No,
not.
not him. He's not gonna be
There's the
that
team.
So what
We're in the team for the quiz.
I'm in the quiz.
I'm in the
We're in
quiz
one team
now.
together.
Team?
we actually done the machine now.
So who's in it now? Luca, team up with me. For like technical
No, we're taking the questions.
Bible. You.
Bible question.
Mamu.
There's also a whole section on alcohol, so look how we do for this.
Thank you. What we have to draw?
So there's Stefan.
Sure. I can't draw. It's more sort of
Don't tell me you haven't.
It's about the alcohol.
I got it. I'm gonna sign.
I'm just
Oh,
like
you're
that
doing that.
sentence.
Come on, I need a teammate. Team is not here.
Hey.
So the octopus.
Wow, it just went up in value.
Yes. I know. The infamous artist.
The infamously famous?
Yes.
Or the famously infamous?
You're losing money?
No, but that other one is more interesting.
So just to keep with the tradition of making a schedule and then throwing it out the window.
The castle workshop is starting now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, it started
We
28.
are all being too careful.
Mm-hmm.
We were delayed by the chefs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can check.
Well, it wouldn't be as delayed if we had more people helping, right?
Well, I mean, there's the stereotype about Austrians being a bit slow.
Ali, have something.
Now it's almost.
You first.
We're almost done. Now it's fine.
So now we can't help it.
Oh!
Oh,
Do you want a...
Yeah, just that really bad conscious.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
It's slightly less.
why not? Yeah.
Oh.
What do you got?
Oh! It was a good try. Good try. You put more. You need to put more to scare him off.
I lost more.
Okay.
Okay, I'm the 19.
No. I'm just.
didn't want to move.
Watching our strategy.
See what you're doing.
I'm the world's worst painter though.
Probably not.
We've got one.
I'm pretty poor.
I'm not disputing that, but I've seen worse. Is this castle on the hill?
Church on the hill.
Church on the hill.
Somebody wants more?
Can you play your whole other
It may look like a kennel, but it's not.
Let's go.
Oh, it even has a lightning rod.
Yep. That's a cross.
It might also be a Yagi on dinner.
I'm to an artist.
TV reception. But then again, have you noticed that churches do actually have lightning rods?
They do. They use in movies.
Isn't that kind of a
Nice.
Yeah.
vote of non-confidence
Great.
into the Lord?
Okay, go.
The Lord is looking after you, don't worry.
There you go. But then why do you need a lightning rod?
Oh.
Now we also got the blasphemy in, so
We did.
something for everybody.
No.
You're looking at this
Oh.
straight on.
Big
The black light.
picture. Oh wow. Go.
Try not to get perspective completely wrong. And I did.
Oh,
Oh.
is this
Yeah.
1 point, 2 point, or 3 point perspective?
Single phase perspective.
Single face perspective. 230 volts.
I'm not an artist. As you can see.
No, it's different color.
Well,
Yes, just in case.
art is subjective.
How are you? How much?
Also, the scaling is interesting.
The church is a long way away. The church is not crossing the bridge.
I'm tired.
It's not?
No.
I thought they built the church on the bridge.
Tired.
Look, it'll be worth money later.
Wait for the support.
You mean if it's the only surviving thing from before the apocalypse? Keep it safe.
Keep it safe.
But then again,
Hold in.
if it's the only thing that survives the apocalypse, money is going to be the least of your problems.
What was the name of the last book of the Bible? It's now turned into a zebra. Right, we need some hills in the background. What was the last book of the Bible?
We have three. One.
It was in the quiz yesterday.
Whoa.
Revelations.
Revelation.
Oh God.
And that wasn't even in the quiz.
Yeah, cool. You first.
Plus.
Whoa.
Give him the money.
At least the last canonical one.
Yeah. I got nothing.
You want?
He just wanted to smoke it. I don't like bluffing.
It's grey.
Green Hills.
I'm gonna help
Green
anybody.
They're covered in sheep, so they're.
The sheep are there, they're white.
Good.
Yeah, but when the hills are covered in sheep, this is why they're so white.
He's not changed.
There should be something behind that bridge. I
I'm
can't
more
remember
than
there's
your
something
smoke.
behind it. Brown.
You should ask Florian, man.
Oh.
I'm not an
I'm
artist,
good with the money.
So you keep saying.
so I'm going to keep
Have you
reminding
seen me
people.
play poker against someone else?
I'm not sure they need reminding.
That's always the music.
Okay, what else can I do here? There's some greeny stuff coming down.
We need to properly annotate this, then we can use it as a training set for sarcasm detection.
And the sky should be blue, right? It's a nice pale blue
Well,
sky.
I mean, you can make it more realistic and use the grey.
But this is an Irish church.
I get gold. Yeah. Nothing.
I will not get the job as a TV artist.
Well, I mean,
Green. Green. Right, let's get something in. Let's get something into the field.
but it's already full of sheep.
But some of the sheep have been eating some of the grass. Right?
My turn.
It needs that kind of.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a very crowded field.
The sheep need heads.
Hacked with. No, they're all putting.
If I put in sheep heads, will I ruin this picture?
Yes. No, they're all having their heads down, happily grazing.
Yeah.
Okay. The sheeps have a strange look of pride about them, right?
Yes.
That's a particularly large one. That's a sheepdog.
There's a sheepdog.
Apparently, I'm writing in Japanese here.
Nah.
Yeah, that I was going to say something to that
No.
Because I need to, but then again, I don't speak Japanese, so, and I also don't read Japanese, so I wouldn't know.
2 in 4.
The church needs to be grey. Look at this.
I
Oh.
just one.
Oh, look, shading.
You don't have anything.
Still enough to raise.
Which way is the sun shining?
I mean, you can just say, well, this is a slightly cloudy, overcast sky, so you only get diffuse illumination.
We just get diffuse illumination. Illumination.
There's no diffuse illumination. There's no direct lighting. There's no specular, no specular highlights.
You like laughing? Hey!
Fantastic.
2 out of the 3 terms of
I don't have anything.
the traditional Phong illumination model are set to 0.
I think this is probably. Oh, I need a 3 or 2. It's winter time, right?
Do you need a 3 or a 2?
I need 2 or 3 trees.
Ah, so 6. What tree is this?
A U.
Wow, you got
A yew tree. I'm not a tree.
It's any kind of a tree that makes sense to be a tree. Look at that. This is a perfect tree. There's some trees here.
Why are those trees planted this closely?
They're at the other side of the bridge.
It is.
And it wasn't enough space because, see, the bridge is quite small. And there's a car.
It's on the other side of the bridge. So you mean behind the bridge?
Let's put some trees
On
under
the
the hill.
fields.
Trees in the hill.
Yeah. They're all planted in a neat row. Why is this tree a different color though?
Because this tree is an evergreen.
Ah. Evergreens don't usually. Yes, exactly. This is this also?
Yeah.
Again, I don't read Japanese. But,
Let's drive.
It's bonsai
Otherwise it's boring.
It's playing.
What?
trees. Bonsai trees.
Well, okay.
If you say so.
There we go, I'm done. Anything more Tulling and rude.
Now we need to sign it.
How
Yes.
much? How much do you want?
Early?
It's 2024.
Done. My work here is done.
I look at the camera. Yeah.
3.
We have one.
How much is it? You'll never have this much fun again.
Yeah.
That sounds ominous.
This was fun. This was a fun event.
And it's not even over yet. We haven't set the pudding on fire.
We will set the pudding on fire. Help me adjust the pudding on fire.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Good.
Wow.
Good. I'm happy. It wasn't the complete disaster. Workshop!
Oh, yeah, it's workshop.
Let's do all in. Let's see what
Yeah, let's do all in. You want?
Okay.
Workshop.
So fast.
7.
We have 6.
Great job.
Let's see.
You'll tell us later.
Yeah, I'll see you.
I got a fair
7.
and the king.
It's coming. Go!
We
We
get
win.
money back if we keep playing.
Not the king, dude. This,
Okay, you're allowed to have a 3-minute break before the workshop.
okay.
Does nobody have money?
3-minute break.
3-minute break.
This one is
The second kind of one.
We keep playing, we win. I'm sure.
This one is more of a sort of bluffing than
What is required for the workshop?
not leaving much to
Summarize
do.
yesterday's workshop, make a plan for Castle 2 and figure out the round.
Yes.
There's only one round, right?
Yeah.
Also,
5 rounds here.
at some point.
So small book.
Yes, this is why I'm trying to tell you.
Lots of bluffing. You can imagine if alcohol is involved.
You
then
can guess other people's cards.
Future possible directions for existing challenges, as i.e. EPS and LC. Okay, perfect. I mean, we already touched on some of this during some of the discussion. And it's too late to implement. To implement some of these things for PBS 25. Well, it depends. Like, if it's modifications to task types,
Right, let's go to the task type.
I will.
Okay, fine, let me get my laptop.
workshop people.
Workshop people?
Workshop.
Are you looking for workshop people or are you?
For people.
Also workshop people.
Yeah, workshop people.
All the
Workshop people.
technically all the people here are supposed to be workshop people, right?
The workshop people are supposed to be in the workshop. This is.
Is that is the people?
No,
Where are they?
Couches.
Get
You want to keep? Let's go
You
couches.
can just
Yeah,
set
that's
the
it.
agenda by picking the locations as you come. And then hope that you are setting it down. Your camera is not.
No. This is chocolate pudding for some reason.
It's not.
Oh. Well, I mean, I can put it.
It's not tall enough.
Yes.
So you can put it in, but you can't take it out.
Yes.
At least not without making it.
Well, I mean, if I had a straw, I could probably get
Yes.
it out.
Do we have
One
straws?
hand more tea of it.
Oh yeah, I need tea.
What do we even have? What, sir?
More tea of it.
Yes.
I need tea. Yes, yes, yes.
Tea.
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 One of the best letters.
It's a very useful letter.
Tea.
Yes.
Which is pronounced weirdly in Irish.
They
The
say.
letter T or the.
Letter T. Sweden they don't say it.
So
Or
they say E.
E. Or it becomes something like a ish, like
G.
like a
She,
dash.
her.
The dash.
The dash.
It's like a D-A-R-T. But it's pronounced
I could
the dash. The action.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Did you get it?
Yes,
I can't say it.
Yes.
I can't say it, but it sounds like
Why
a
did you have to
message.
hide it by?
You need to.
That was very
Look,
complicated.
you need to let the tea steep for a bit. Probably
Yeah, but I
getting,
still had some tea concentrate
you're
from
getting very weak.
the leftovers in teapot.
I mean, it depends. Currently, apparently, the,
Alright, fine.
the initial
Table.
trend is going towards table, but if now enough people are moving to the couch, you might still be able to shift the sentiment.
Then I
I will get my glass from the couch. So you will have a straw.
Yes. I'm actually out.
You had a 3-minute break and he's disappeared.
Yeah.
E.
Stand off.
Who?
Stand on.
Sorry.
keep the chicken going just in case because I might get going with that.
Austin.
The side
What?
Oh,
What?
we are.
What is that?
Ow. Oh! End of the beam.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, we have evidence.
No, let's see.
It's at least as good as it was.
Yeah.
This is a high quality building.
It is a building. There's not much. Yes, but it's almost. It's done in the sense of there's almost no tea left.
No.
No, but someone was cooking. Someone was
I'll wait
cooking
for
fresh
the order to
tea.
go.
But there's still tea in
Yeah.
this.
Is this hot?
It is it what?
Yes, it's
Hot.
hot.
It is warm, I think. You don't want it? Sacrifice.
Oh, it's not that much. I really don't have lukewarm tea.
It is not lukewarm, it is,
It is at least door warm.
What? Not lukewarm.
what?
I just made an assumption about etymology.
Okay. I'm not a linguist, but
Clearly not am I.
I never claimed to be.
Should we do that after lunch? That's the only challenge
Yes.
we have.
Yes.
to evaluate.
Such a shame. The edible gold dust, you can just apparently call anything that because it's made of rice flour, colored, titanium dioxide, iron oxide, and hydroxide. And that's it. It's just right there.
It's just racist.
These are actually heat absorbers. So much over there.
It's compliment. You know what? Why don't we just solve the problem before the workshop starts, and then we can continue with whatever we're doing.
So what do we do?
So,
What is on the
hackathon.
agenda?
The hackathon, I think.
A bunch of things.
Okay, you can start saying that to people so people can start discussing, I guess.
Keep the thing safe.
Yeah, somebody needs to take notes because otherwise nobody will ever know what was discussed.
Yeah,
You're
if we
right.
only had video recordings.
If we only had,
Oh, there was some kind of record. Some kind of record.
yes, apparently none of us are comedians.
By the way, Leon, I think your camera's a bit high.
Okay.
Are we just dumping more tea bags?
Where are
It'll
you
be very
looking right
strong
now?
tea.
Because now it looks like you're looking directly at me, but
Yeah.
a little bit up. So still turn further. Further. No, down. Yes. Okay.
Does not fit.
Because hard to re-engineer. That would be a problem, yeah? Yes. Disassemble an uncooked lasagna.
Because the others are also not. I think most people have never been at the conference hackathon. This conference
Okay.
hackathons are
Good.
Yeah.
rather rare occurrence. So we're gonna blaze new trails.
Does it start at the conference or beforehand or like?
I guess the current plan would be to do it before the conference,
Yeah.
as in the weekend before.
I don't think there is a good chance, okay, because you
Because
will
doing
need
it-
at least one entire day, maybe
Yeah.
even two.
Yeah, 2 days.
And yeah, doing that during the conference will mean people miss half of the conference. So
Yes,
that
and
doesn't
the
work.
people who actually come for the conference probably will
Yeah.
not want to do that.
Looking
But,
for
I mean,
my
this is-
notepads.
This is logistics. This is where
I mean,
So the core question is, how long is it?
Yeah, how long is
2
it?
days,
Today.
probably.
And
Like 48 hours or something.
is this like a regular hackathon? Do we? Okay, it doesn't matter.
It's,
Most people will not
it's
sleep.
probably
Will
like
sleep.
an irregular hackathon.
Yes. So what do we expect to be a reasonable amount of work or reasonable challenge for 2 days? To have something that can actually present.
I mean, I wouldn't have the complete challenge
Yeah,
because we have a challenge.
that's
I
up
would-
that's up to the people who actually want to.
Yeah.
Oh, then what do we have to discuss about?
I mean, the
that?
question is probably we topically, like Carol was talking about, some health-related thing, if you want to guide it into that direction, or, I mean, the simplest thing is like, do something interesting with the data in 48 hours, that's like the most general thing you can ask.
I would still give some examples of topics
Yeah.
that
Okay.
people could work on,
Yeah.
and then I would have a call for participation, as
Yeah.
in a sign-up
Yeah.
thing, and you can propose
Exactly, yeah.
projects, and then people can, maybe even a two-stage kind of thing, as in, if you want to propose a topic, that's the first deadline, and if you want to sign up for any topic, there's a registration deadline.
Mhm.
And then we can facilitate this somehow. Yeah, we have a workshop chair. We have a hackathon chair who is very well versed in running game jams. So I assume much of this is going to translate over. Does he know what he got himself into, or?
No, but one question is, so you don't want to give concrete topics or tasks?
Yeah.
Because for example, the labeling would be really
We start
interesting.
with
But I think the labeling is not really, it's not so exciting as
I would probably.
It's helpful for us.
It's helpful,
Yes,
but
I would
Yeah.
probably phrase the whole thing around data augmentation and data exploration.
yeah, yeah.
So any topic that people will want to work on should be at least one of those things.
Okay.
So for-
Ideally both.
Yeah, so for example, something as we discussed that goes into the direction of 3D reconstruction or
Mhm.
things like that, that could very well imagine, yeah, like you do a point cloud you can walk through, or you do Gaussian splats or
That
whatever.
would be nice, yeah.
That, for example, I can imagine would be a nice.
I mean, I guess with real-time Gaussian splatting technology these days, you can probably do some very fancy 4D point cloudy
Yeah.
reconstruction-y things, and have virtually rendered perspectives and things like that.
Yeah.
But also you can more from the health perspective, you can say, okay, how well is the posture of the people around?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Skeleton back projection and things like that. So there's probably a lot of very interesting things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, somebody, you know.
These chairs are not helping, you know,
Six
because
months,
they're
6
somehow
months straighter.
Yes.
Right, things like that. So this
Yeah.
is really more of a what the call document is supposed to look like. And
Yeah.
I guess the easiest.
We joked about hangover detection.
No, nobody.
Hangover doesn't pass by.
No.
Who releases the ground truth? I mean, the question is, what do we want the people to put into a topic proposal? How concrete do we want it to be? How do we judge it?
Not too concrete, I would say.
Yeah.
I think it should have a somewhat concrete goal,
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
in what would the team want to have at
Mhm.
the end of these
Mhm.
48 hours or however long this session will be,
Right.
because they're supposed to present their
Yeah.
insights in
Yeah.
a 10-minute slot or however long we will find it.
Just a second, when the topic we proposed, they had on the spot.
So I guess for organizational purposes, we would probably have a call for topics, as in early enough, send us a one-page topic proposal that lists what would be the outcome, what would be the technologies,
If
what
they
would
haven't
be
seen
the.
What kind of
data,
input?
and
Well,
they-
by that time, the data should be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they didn't see the data,
No, no, they
they didn't
have-
have a chance to talk to any of us. You can put the data, but people are not gonna really understand what is there. And,
Well, so
they
you
will
need to
assume-
make the call well in advance so that
Yeah.
they check it out. And
Yeah.
so. But yeah.
Yeah,
guess
so
you could-
but I mean, we need to put out the data for the challenge. And
Yeah.
So the call for hackathon projects, the deadline for the call for hackathon projects needs to be quite a bit later, so
Mhm.
people who have a chance to actually look into this. But still early enough that then topics can be sanity checked, can be put on the website, and then people can sign up for the hackathon and say, I would be interested in working on this and this and this.
Well, what time frame do you think is meaningful here? Probably February, at least, right? It should be sent out.
I mean, we will have to see how quickly we can actually get all of this out. This needs to go out sometime within the first quarter
Yeah.
of 25. The earlier the better. But before the end of March. We might be able to announce it and give some insights earlier, and then say, okay, you get some bits and
This
pieces.
second, I looked at the measures, like we took March, normally submission for regular papers is beginning of April, like it's
Yeah.
gonna be 7 or something.
Yeah. But this can be much later.
Yeah, totally, but you are talking about a March, April as a deadline for what?
The call for proposers.
Topic
So,
proposals.
so,
but-
so,
hackathon.
so we will, so
And when is the
chronologically,
deadline gonna be?
yes, so chronologically,
There's no paper on hackathon.
No. But so chronologically, there's things happening in order. That first, the data set goes out, because we also need that for the challenge. Then there's going to be a call for hackathon project proposals. That is going to happen sufficiently after this, so people actually had a chance to look into this. Afterwards, there's going to be a brief review period of these topic proposals to see is this actually something that we think, or whoever thinks is feasible to do within the time and resources that we can make available for this. And then there's going to be every project will have a lead, a proposer who then commits to actually be there and take part. And then other people can sign up, and there's probably going to be some limited quantity of slots, and we will have to figure out how many slots we can actually facilitate this. But there's going to be at least a few weeks between the call for projects and the call for participation. Even the registration, even the signing up for the hackathon is just part of the conference registration, right? So this can be even later. And then at some point, we won't have the option of 500 people signing up for this, but there's not going to be 500 people who want to sign up for this. It's probably more of a problem to make it sufficiently broadly known that everybody who might be interested actually knows about this, so they can actually take part.
That's something people will look for because
I have a question, sorry. No, because Carl said there is no paper. Are you sure?
We've never done a hackathon before, right?
But what is the motivation then for people to attend? Because they
To have fun.
Right. But they
There's
need
a prize,
some,
there's a prize.
but they need some paper for funding the travels. That's what I think. is
Yeah, in
important.
many universities, especially our Asian community, you've seen even the opposite. Sometimes people get the paper accepted, but they don't even appear at the conference.
Yeah.
I guess the assumption is that there is already a paper at the conference.
ACM, they wouldn't let us put LSC papers through the regular proceedings. So they wouldn't let us put a hackathon paper which is describing a yet to be built system that does something.
Just a second, maybe another one. Let's kind of go back, because there are some other. It's not BNI. Like I'm just like talking what kind of tracks have generally later deadlines. BNI has it later, okay, but it's not BNI. Unless we tell everybody, oh, your thing has to be, which is not going to happen. Demos, so we could actually make this ACM multimedia really kind of full of.
Yeah, but just from a logistical point of view, what
Can I close this thing?
Carl is in charge.
Because
You can go here.
You can sit there.
No, so logistically,
Because something's blowing to my bed.
It's your car, so you can sit there.
I'm quite happy.
He wanted to go. He wanted to go green on account of the other people.
So what we could do is say, look, every team who actually manages to do a project and to present a project gets a short paper in a hackathon companion proceedings.
Yeah, like a
But
workshop.
this would be similar to a workshop. It's its own proceedings. It's associated with MM,
Yeah.
but it's not in the MM
Yeah.
proceedings.
And
Because the
later.
paper submission would then be 4 weeks after the conference.
So I can tell you another thing. I've been organizing workshops at MM. More than once, I think. Yes, more than once. Most recently.
Be careful because you already ripped out some stuff and have to put it back.
Why can't we close it actually?
That's the
Because
cable.
it's charging.
Cable is going
Ah, that's a charging cable.
Sure. Carl is charging his car with the energy taken from our bodies.
We're doing as fast as we dare.
Just keep on moving on.
It's as fast. How many kilowatts has gone in? It's written up on the
Kilowatt hours, not
Wait.
How many joules?
So I talked to a taxi driver. The guy was driving me to Amsterdam, and I just asked him if you go this
40.
hybrid.
It says.
But
40?
not
40
hybrid.
kilowatt hours, yeah.
And I was like,
No,
oh, did
it's
you
4.0
ever try fully kind of electric.
Yeah,
It was like,
right.
yeah, what's Mercedes?
4 point-
Sorry, I didn't realize that it's 4.40.
But
Very
I
much,
still fine.
just remember we had a digit.